In today's complex geopolitical landscape, India faces an unprecedented challenge, navigating its relationships with three major powers: China, the United States, and Russia. Each of these nations holds strategic significance for India, but balancing their influence while maintaining sovereignty is no easy task. So, what is India's grand strategy in this multipolar world? How does New Delhi manage its ties with these global giants while safeguarding national interests? In this video, we'll break down India's approach toward China, the US, and Russia, analyze its strategic priorities, and explore the future of its foreign policy. Stay till the end, because I'll share key insights on how India is shaping its global role in the 21st century. Let's start with India's most complicated relationship, China. The two Asian giants share a long and contested border, leading to multiple military standoffs, most recently in Galwan in 2020. While both countries are nuclear powers, their military strategies differ significantly. Key discussion points: border disputes and military tensions, LAC standoff, the 1962 war, Galwan Valley clash, and ongoing tensions in Ladakh. China's rapid military infrastructure build-up along the border. Economic dependence versus strategic rivalry. India's trade deficit with China, over $100 billion. Government bans on Chinese apps and push for self-reliance. Atmanirbhar Bharat. Indo-Pacific competition and alliances. India's role in the Quad Alliance, US, Japan, Australia, India, as a counterbalance to China. China's growing influence in South Asia, CPEC, Belt and Road Initiative. So, where does this leave India? The strategy seems clear: engagement on trade, deterrence on security, and alliances to counterbalance China's influence. Now, let's turn to the United States, India's most significant partner in defense, trade, and technology. Over the last 2 decades, the US-India relationship has transformed from mistrust during the Cold War to a deep strategic partnership. Key discussion points: defense cooperation. India is now a major defense partner of the US. Defense agreements LEMOA, BECA, COMCASA, allowing military logistics sharing, geospatial data exchange, and secure communications. Purchase of Apache helicopters, MH-60R naval helicopters, and Predator drones. Technology and economic ties. Joint ventures in space, AI, and defense tech. Trade exceeding $190 billion in 2023. US Indo-Pacific strategy and India's role. The US views India as a counterweight to China in the region. Quad, Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, IPEF, and naval collaborations. But India also treads carefully. It does not fully align with US foreign policies, particularly on issues like Russia sanctions and Middle East diplomacy. India prioritizes strategic autonomy, a key principle of its grand strategy. Despite India's growing partnership with the US, Russia remains a crucial ally. The India-Russia relationship is rooted in decades of military and diplomatic cooperation. Key discussion points: defense dependence. 60% of India's military hardware comes from Russia. S-400 missile defense system deal despite USCAATSA sanctions threats. Energy and economic ties. India's growing purchase of Russian oil post-Ukraine war. Joint projects in nuclear energy and space. Russia-China. Axis. Russia's increasing reliance on China, making India's balancing act harder. India needs Russia to maintain military flexibility, but it must also adapt to Russia's shifting priorities. So, what is India's grand strategy moving forward? It can be summed up in 3 key principles. Strategic autonomy. India does not align fully with any one power bloc. Maintains independent foreign policy decisions, e.g., oil from Russia despite Western pressure. Economic and military self-sufficiency, boosting Make in India defense production. Strengthening economic partnerships outside of China. Regional and global leadership, expanding influence in the Global South, BRICS, and Indo-Pacific. becoming a key player in global technology and security alliances. India's strategy is about maintaining flexibility, engaging China, collaborating with the US, and preserving ties with Russia. This balance will define India's role in the 21st century. India's foreign policy is at a turning point. The choices it makes today will shape its future as a global power. What do you think is the best strategy for India? Closer ties with the US, maintaining relations with Russia, or a completely independent approach? Let's discuss in the comments. Like and subscribe for deep geopolitical insights. Share this video with anyone interested in India's global strategy.